this new transition, you're going to feel more connected to your local chapter because we know that you care about the trails that are in your neighborhood. And then additionally, we work with great folks across the nation and do some work like here in DC and make sure that Sorba is represented, but also mountain bikers across the country.
How big of a moment is this for Sorba?
It's huge. It's like independence. We were independent. We joined IMBA to become a larger organization to help us grow and understand what we had to do as a nonprofit and take care of trails in a large region. But now we're taking on our independence again, and we are ready to become bigger, better, stronger, and have the best trails in the United States.
This is a huge moment for Sorba. Other than its founding, maybe the single most important moment in the organization's history up to this point. It really means that Sorba gets to be responsible for its own futures. We do not have other organizations having influence or dictating what the focus is.
This is bigger than a truckload of socks. This is a really big moment for Sorba because it will allow us to chart our own course, set our own goals in the future as an organization for our region, and not really be tied so tightly to IMBA as we have in the past.
How will this transition impact local Sorba chapters?
Basically, the chapter's only going to notice a difference in their membership platform. So you're going to go in and you're going to sign up at a new space. You're still going to interact with the chapter similarly, and you're still going to interact with Sorba about the same.
Why is this transition happening now?
Bottom line is that IMBA wants to get out of the registration business, and Sorba feels that it is time that we go out on their own.
Understand, it's a big move. This is 10,000 members making the change from being managed by IMBA to being managed by Sorba. Our overhead at Sorba is so controlled that I just think it's a great thing. It's just happening a little faster than we had expected, but leadership is taking charge and running with it.
How will this transition benefit Sorba?
We'll get to dictate our own future. We'll get to determine what is important to the mountain biking community in the southeast region of the United States, and then we can continue focusing on that.
Now we get to budget everything. We get to know, could we add employees? Could we add more marketing opportunities? Could we do more for the chapters? That is something that we'll be able to control 100%.
How will it benefit local chapters and their members more specifically?
It'll benefit local chapters because we're going to return more dollars to the local chapters. That is our ultimate goal. First, we know it'll be a challenge in the first couple of years as we sort things out and get the budget really dialed in. But we really do want to support the local chapters, return more benefit to them.
The local chapters are going to have more control over how they communicate with their members, the financial transparency for the members, and more importantly, it's going to be a lot easier for a chapter to tell somebody that's never ridden their trails before that they're interacting with on one of their trails, say, hey, join the organization. And whereas now, if they go to the Sorba chapter website, it looks like they're joining IMBA.
What does Sorba do to support the 47 local chapters and their members?
So Sorba does a lot of different things for our chapters. We provide educational opportunities through our Sorba Summit, through webinars, through our podcast, really highlighting on local efforts.
Our staff and our board members are supporting trail building at the local level. Working with land managers, best practices for trail building, this is all part of Sorba.
Well, Sorba, first and foremost, supports its local chapters and members by helping to provide insurance. Insurance is a huge expense. It's $50,000+ a year, and I don't think many or most of our chapters will be able to afford their own insurance if it stand alone.
The fundraising that is done so that we can have more programs, more freebies, more add-ons to what Sorba does, it's amazing.
Our Pro Trails guys hit it out of the park. This was the very end of our $1 million 8 shovel-ready projects.
When will Sorba members start noticing changes?
The full transition, though, should be finished by April 2025.
What needs to happen between now and then?
A lot. The software to manage 10,000 members is a major hurdle for us to overcome. We've already, inside of Sorba, started a fundraising campaign to raise money so that we can be ready to buy the software, buy the applications that we need, put on another employee that's going to be our membership leader. Membership dollars grow trails. We're doing everything we can up front to try and get that rolling, and it's moving quickly.
How will Sorba pay for the transition?
So our goal is for Sorba to pay for this transition and not require any additional funds through raising memberships or charging our chapters to fund this project. Sorba is going to raise money. We currently have a capital fundraising campaign specifically directed towards this project and this transition so that we can support our chapters and make sure that they're effective as possible.
Will Sorba membership dues stay the same?
Yes. There will be some other tiers that we will have later on if you decide that you have some disposable income and you want to donate some more money to Sorba. We're looking at having a higher percentage of those dollars go back to the chapter. Stay tuned for that.
What happens to membership perks like expert voice, spot insurance options, socks, and other member discounts?
We're negotiating with Expert Voice. We're negotiating with a lot of vendors that we've already had on board with Sorba Maine for a long time, and they have been super receptive to working with us. IMBA, even on the IMBA side, IMBA supports us. IMBA's doing everything they can to help us be successful with this transition.
What do you want to tell Sorba members who might be on the fence about renewing their membership?
Just renew. I hate to say it, shut up and renew. That's what I'm doing. And we will continue to renew. If the membership goes up, we're going to renew because I'm using the trails. Every person that rides a trail anywhere in the local community needs to, number one, know that that trail system is not fully funded by your tax dollars. More often than not, it's funded by donations and memberships that are associated with the chapter that the trail system is associated with.
If you're on the fence, renew, please. So I say, pull up your socks, get on your bike, support Sorba.
We have a plan in place, and we know that we're going to lose some membership during the transition. But keep in mind, that membership, on the day that we flip the switch, will move over to Sorba. It will not stay with IMBA, it will move to Sorba, it'll go to your local chapter. You're not going to lose out. So please, continue to renew your membership. We need the continued funding to keep things going at your local trails. So stay enrolled, stay part of the program, and then when you renew, make that extra little donation to us and see if you can help us out.
What does a successful transition look like to you?
Getting more local trails, whether they be dirt or asphalt, pump tracks, just to see more people out there enjoying them, grow the mountain bike community, grow more people, more diversity within mountain biking, move it forward.
We want everybody to understand that this is a great thing. This is the best thing to happen to Sorba since we became part of IMBA. This is what's necessary for growth. I think by not losing membership, growing membership, and getting the word out for what we're doing is what's important.
We're gonna knock your socks off.